Hello there, guys, and welcome to the Liverpool versus Stoke preview. Obviously, after the week that we've had in the Champions League, where we're 5-2 in front against Roma, and we're going to go through some starting 11 options and stuff like that, and obviously some key absences that we're going to have there. Now, some news coming out of I think press conference today is that Adam Lallana is going to be joining the team for training next week. So obviously he's probably not going to be fit for either of the games against Stoke or against Roma in the second leg. But that is positive news that he's on his way back, and it looks like he could be coming back for the rest of the season. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because when he came back last time, he obviously went out injured quite quickly. Obviously, we know now, about Oxlade-Chamberlain, and that is such devastating news, not only for us as fans and obviously people that are following England, but especially for the player himself, because he's done really well for us this year. All we can hope for now is that when he does come back next season, because they did say he's going to be coming back for next season, didn't say the start of next season, we don't know when at the moment, or at least I don't know when he's going to be coming back on and going to be ready for the team. So that's quite gutting, because he was doing well, but you just got to wish the lad a speedy recovery and hope he comes back even, just as he was, maybe even better as well. But he's done really well this season. He's done himself proud, and I think he's done the Liverpool fans proud as well. There's not really been anything on Emre Can, whether he's coming back or anything like that. There's been rumours or something like that. I think Jurgen Klopp did acknowledge that Mane is carrying a slight minor injury. Didn't really go into how serious that injury is. As far as I'm aware, I literally walked through the door home, just reading through notifications and stuff that I've had. But otherwise, I think a key quote that he said in his press conference was that if he wanted to, as long as people were fit, he could field the exact same starting 11, or most of the 11, obviously Oxlade-Chamberlain missing, that he did against Roma midweek. And hey, that'd be pretty decent. But I do expect changes here, and I expect maybe a similar sort of lineup that we would have against West Brom. All I would hope is that we'd maybe carry a bit of a different mentality than we had in the West Brom game. And also the Roma game as well, because the Roma game, we were 5-0 up and we let 2 goals in late on. Stoke fighting for their lives. They're fighting for their lives in the Premier League. They're fighting for their Premier League status. And, this could be, again, one of those weekends where are we going to be able to confirm someone's relegation or put them nearer to it? Or are they going to stage a comeback? And let's be honest, Stoke have, on paper, better quality players than West Brom. When you've got players like Shaqiri in your team, they can produce things out of nothing. And he does that less than he probably should, because he is a quality player. I think he's 26 years old, and he's got an absolute wand of a left foot when he's on form. He tends to be a little bit like on form only every 4 or 5 games, and he's just one of those players you do have to watch out for. Other one I would say being is Peter Crouch. Not that he ever really starts games anymore, but he is a massive danger, literally being 6'8", 6'7", whatever, however tall he is. 2 metre Peter. He's an absolute danger, even at the age of 37, 38, whatever he is. Stoke are going to be dangerous. Let's not beat around the bush. People are obviously going to be thinking, oh, well, we're doing well in the Champions League. We're 5-2 up against Roma, this, that and the other. Every game in the Premier League, I've said this so many weeks, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's true. Every game in the Premier League is a dangerous game, and we've just got to take every game as just a brand new game, take it seriously, and get the job done. Because we still haven't got top 4 secure yet. I think we've got 3 or 4 games left this season in the Premier League. We still don't have it literally confirmed that we're going to be in top 4 next year and we're going to be in Champions League. We have to make sure that we win this game. Getting a draw would be really disappointing. And, not that a draw is the end of the world, but we don't want to be giving the likes of Chelsea a window in to the top 4. We really don't want to be doing that. We want to make sure that we've got this secure, and then we can focus on things like the Champions League and stuff like that. Because, again, another thing that's annoyed me this week is a lot of accounts, a lot of media, outlets and stuff like that, basically acting like Liverpool are already in the Champions League final, and we're not. We've still got a leg to go. Anything can happen. I think people were saying the same against Barcelona when they were against Roma. Look, anything can happen, and I'm not trying to be negative here, I'm just trying to be realistic. We've got to take things a step at a time. That is just what we have to do. We don't want to be getting ahead of ourselves, and we don't want to make ourselves look silly. by saying, oh, look who we could face in the Champions League final. People turning around saying, oh man, look at that Real Madrid and Bayern Munich match. That's really disappointing match. And yeah, it was. It was a pretty bland match. But they're both top quality teams, and people saying, oh, I'd rather be facing this, that, and the other in the Champions League final. We're not past Roma yet. Let's keep it in perspective. But let's get back to Stoke. I am fully expecting that we're going to field a pretty much, if not exactly the same team that we fielded against West Brom, with Danny Ings coming in up front. Maybe you get Mohamed Salah, maybe give him a rest. Depending on what's going on with Mane, is Mane going to be available? Again, it doesn't look like we know a great deal. I think it's going to be one of those we'll find out tomorrow. I would like him to be available, I really would, because I think he's a very good player, and I'd actually just love to see Salah get maybe a little bit of a rest if we can, and keep him fresh as hell for Roma. But otherwise, I think we can put out a pretty strong 11. Maybe if Joe Gomez is back, I would like him at centre back, and maybe Nathaniel Klein at right back if he's fit. Andrew Robertson I would put at left back, just because Moreno did not have a good second half of the game against West Brom, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, to be honest. We are at home, I believe. If I remember rightly, we are at home. We should be able to get the job done here, but we just have to make sure that we put on a very good performance. Even if we just got a 1-0, man, I would take that. I've said that all season. I'd take a 1-0. I'm going to go for a 2-1 prediction here. I think we're going to win 2-1, but we have to make sure we get the job done, get closer to securing top 4 and Champions League for next year, and then we can fully focus on the Champions League and the task at hand, which is Roma. Let me know what your starting 11 prediction is as well. Let me know who you think is going to be starting in this game. What is your prediction, and how do you think, what's the setup going to be against Stoke? Let me know what you think in the comments below if you can. Thank you so much for watching this video if you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button, and if you're new around here, do feel free to subscribe, and I will catch you later.